I had a question come in about how we can use YouTube to edit our videos. So maybe you've captured something in a Google Meet recording and now you want to edit out some parts to improve it for the archive, for archiving that video. So let's go through that process of how you can do some basic editing using YouTube. So again, we're going to go over to our YouTube and we're going to import that movie. That's going to be our first step. So let's do that. Let's go to upload a video. You can see I just went to that YouTube tab. It opened up regular YouTube, and then here we're going into YouTube Studio, which looks a little different. So we're going to find our file, which again might be a Google Meet recording that you already have. I have just kind of a generic video file that I'm going to grab, if I can find it. So I'm going to grab my video file. It's automatically going to start to upload it. I'm going to add some descriptions and things like that. And I'll meet you back here after our file is uploaded and ready to go. Out the middle of my video so that way you didn't have to watch a few minutes of us uploading this video file. Now it took a moment or two for me to get this tab right here, this editor tool. So that was because the video not only had to upload, but also had to be processed. So that took YouTube a few seconds, probably about a minute or two to make that happen. So now that it's here, and I can see like an image here that wasn't there a moment ago, and I can see those thumbnails, I can click on the editor tool. And now if you're familiar with editing software, you'll see some things that you probably recognize. I can add what are called cards or other elements here, essentially some comments like you might see in Canvas. I can start to edit the movie itself. I can start to do what's called the trim function. And here I can actually kind of cut into the beginning or to the end of it, and I can preview that and all that. So if you have some extra on the front end or the back end or things like that, those might be some choices that you make here in the trim tool. I can also choose a spot and I can split the clip, and then you have two clips to work with, which then you could kind of reduce or edit something in the middle. So if you're looking for things like that. There is a tool here that I'm interested in. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, called Add Blur, and this could be a way
there are lots of added features to Sora that you'll learn.
Let me pause that part. I believe what this blur element is supposed to do, at least the description of it, is that it's going to blur out any faces. So if you did have something that had some faces in it, I don't think you can target it. Let's see if I can make some choices here. The only face I see, of course, is mine here in the corner. So I'll pause this again for a second and we'll see if it worked on the other side. So it took a minute or two for the blurring tool to render, but this is my preview. So it's found my face and it's found the face that's here in the video of Trevor Noah. And so I get to choose which face I want to blur, and I'll choose my face since we'll kind of pretend that I'm the student in here. And there we go. You can see, I'll move this out of the way. You can see that I can now save that with the blurred face. So if you really
there
were
are lots
trying
of added features to Sora
that you learn video. I trimmed off the front end and I added the blur to hide a student's face. So that's pretty cool. That might really help you out as you are as you're trying to archive some video for your students. You might decide to use that tool so that way you can save a clip with some student comments, but also protect that student's privacy and PII. All right, so I hope you enjoy that. Please keep sending me questions, and I'll keep posting videos.